In this video, I'll be doing a foundation routine video or tutorial using the 4-piece Sedona Lace Midnight Lace face brush set. Oh my god, I feel like I have a mouthful. But as you can see, it gives me pretty good coverage, really good coverage. And I actually feel really comfortable with this makeup because sometimes I find that my makeup looks extremely too thick. That's why I don't wear foundation usually. But this really came out nicely, and for reference, I do have really dry skin. So I hope you guys found this tutorial and review helpful. And if this is a video that interests you, stay tuned. First, what you want to do is moisturize your skin. I have a skincare routine video posted on my channel from like maybe a year back, but I can do a more updated one if you would like me to. Right on top of my moisturizer, this is like from this morning, so my skin is still pretty hydrated with the skincare routine that I do use. Next, I'm going to take another moisturizing, I'm gonna spit my gum out, it's gross. Next I'm going to do is take a hydrating foundation primer. One problem I find with primers is that they make your skin really dry if you don't use the right type, especially because my skin is extremely dry. So I like the NARS Mercier foundation primer. This is the hydrating one. I've only used it a few times because I've only worn foundation a few times, but I find this works really well for my skin, so that's why I have it. I'm not going to take too much. I might need more than that, but I'll start with a little because I don't want to go over. I'm going to use the Sedona Lace 928 brush. This is a brush also that I would use for my moisturizer because I want like a really heavy coverage because my skin is really dry, as I said. So I'm just going to buff that on the back of my hand and start swirling it onto my skin. And I'm going to need more. Alright, that's that brush. So this is the brush, as I said, I'll use for my moisturizer and primer. And with that primer, I find that it's really hydrating. It's not as mattifying as most primers are, which I really like because I don't like that matte feel because it makes my skin look and feel even drier. Next is your foundation. The foundation I'm choosing to use is the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. And my shade is Cadiz, as I said. So I'm going to kind of mix this up because I haven't used this in a while as well. I also have another foundation I really like, and this is the MAC Mineralized Satin Finish. I do not like a full coverage foundation, so these are my two favorites. So I'm also going to dump a little bit of this on the back of my hand. The brush I'm using for this is the Sedona Lace number 480. Now this brush is kind of similar to the 109 from MAC, except this is a little more stiff and a little wider. If you see the difference there. So this is going to give you more coverage than this would. So I'm swirling to the back of my hand. Hopefully this isn't too light or too dark for me. I'm about to find out. I'm going to start swirling that into my skin. As you can see, it gives a really nice even coverage. As you can see, this brush fits really nicely around the eyes. It doesn't pull the skin too much. It's really soft. All these brushes are really soft, which I really like. And as you can see, that gave me a nice even coverage on my skin. So everything's covered pretty well. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my hydrating mineral veil, my tinted hydrating mineral veil from Bare Minerals. It's just a tinted hydrating mineral veil, like the name suggests. And this is also very moisturizing, so that's why I'm using this. I'm going to tap some into my lid. The brush I'm using for this is the Sedona Lace Kabuki brush. I imagine that's what it's called. It came in the kit though. So what I'm going to do is swirl my brush into the lid and tap off the extra, and then use this to set my foundation. Alright, so that is my foundation routine. My face is a little bit lighter than the rest of my skin, and I'm not about to go a shade darker to match my neck because it's going to make me too dark, and I really don't want to match that shade. So I think this is a good shade. Overall, I really like these brushes. They're extremely soft. I've washed them like 3 or 4 times and I've had no problems with shedding. So that's another good plus about these brushes. Another brush that comes in a kit is the Sedona Lace 602. I use this for like contour or blush. Some people might find it a little too big for that. You can also use it for foundation, for moisturizer. There's no particular one thing that you have to use these brushes for. You can use them for whatever you find them more convenient to use for. That's the 4 brushes. Hopefully that video was helpful for you guys. Stay tuned because I will be uploading a actual makeup tutorial with my foundation already on for the first time, I think, for the first time in a while. I did my brows before I put on my foundation because I like to, you know, use that brush to really get around the edges to define them. So I think it's better to do your brows before. And also I'm going to do my concealer after I put on my eye makeup. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. Get a little closer so you can actually see the type of coverage this gives. I'll zoom you in too. You can see it covered really well. So as you can see, that really gave a lot of coverage. A lot of coverage. So yeah, that is my review of the 4 brushes. Hopefully that was helpful to you guys and will help you decide whether or not you want to get this set. But you could use the brushes for anything. It doesn't have to be for foundation and skincare. Just, you know, find what suits you best with the brushes. As I said, these are really good brushes. Y'all know there's some brushes I refuse to do review on. Like, I don't really want to call any names. Y'all probably already know already because I used to always talk about it. But these are some really good face brushes. Y'all know I don't brag on anybody's brushes because I'm very picky. Like, some brushes work for me, some don't. I really hope that helped you guys. Please stay tuned for a makeup tutorial and I'll talk to all of you soon. Thanks for watching.